Hi everybody, welcome back to Now TV Canada. I am Just Jen YouTube channel. I am Just Jen. If you don't already know, I am the writer of the Smallville reunion movie, and I'm in the process of fixing a botched job that I had paid a publisher to do. I have learned the hard way in this world today with this industry. Basically, don't pay other people to do what you need to do yourself, because it's a point now where the technology is doing the work for the person rather than the person using their brain. And the technology is no good to anybody if the person doesn't have the experience or the know-how with the technology on how to produce a better result with the material they're revising and working on. Then the material is then reduced to something worse than the original product sent in, because the person is lacking the experience in writing themselves, because they don't have anything written of this level themselves, and then they're still trying to work in this industry, helping writers who've been writing a long time, who write this well, try to improve their work. So I had to get my money back, and I am still working on fine-tuning it to what I had wanted when I had this idea to pay for it to be done, to have the final touches done, to save me multiple projects. I am behind on lots of work. I'm not one of those writers that just writes one book or one movie and then gets successful and lives on the avails of the history of that one thing. Like Stephen King's wife, Tabitha King. When they met, they were both writers. Tabitha King had written a novel. Then they get married, and then she vanishes into just the background of being Stephen King's wife, and you never see or hear anything about Tabitha King. So I'm not meaning to pick on them, it's just the story, the example. I'm tired of this premise or idea that women are the feeble females that need to be rescued, or that somehow after we get married that we all want the same thing, to just have children, stay at home, cook and clean, raise kids and take care of men, because it's so not true. So I'm a writer that has always been writing from the time I could hold a crayon. I was writing on everything: basement floors, walls, under my grandmother's coffee table. If there was some place I could write, I would write something. So that being said, a lifetime of writing without extra help puts me behind. And when you pay somebody to help work on something you're writing, and they make mistakes that make what you're doing worse, then it puts you behind even more, because then you have to cancel that, get a refund, and then finish the work. So I just wanted to make a video today to let everybody know that I'm still working on things, and I'll be busy for the next couple of days, because until I'm rich, I'm not rich. Like everybody else, I have to work regular day jobs and do regular day job stuff. And just know that the Smallville movie is not the only thing that I'm the writer of. That I have also succeeded in writing Supergirl 2, 3, and 4 trilogy based off the original Supergirl that had Faye Dunaway in it, where Christopher was asked if he'd make an appearance in it, but he turned it down for whatever reasons. Timing was bad or whatever. So they only had a poster of him in it, and Supergirl's like, oh, that's my cousin in the story, as an excuse for why he wasn't there. So I'm not writing work that has to do with the television show that they made. I've never even actually watched that show. It's not my thing. I'm going on 50, so that's just not a part of my world of experience as a writer producer, or my exposure to the industry and my imagination. I stay away from that newer stuff, and TV's not my genre. That's not my specialty. Like, I am bigger than that. So yeah. Then there's You've Got Mail 2 with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, which I wrote many years ago. I'm also the writer of. Now, I've tried contacting producers and agents and publicists through the years, and many acknowledge how big my movies are, the titles. They'll send me back letters saying, yes, we understand you're the writer of Supergirl 2, 3, and 4. We understand you're the writer of You've Got Mail 2, but we don't know you. You haven't been referred to us. You don't have representation, so we're not going to read this. Good luck with that, and give me back the work. But when it's that big, and you've got unsolicited and solicited, and the solicited pile's full of crap, this quick one-shot fast writing, let's use AI programs to make a movie and try to make a deal because I have a representative doesn't mean you're going to get a top-notch script in it. And then you've got this gold sitting on the unsolicited pile in your face where there's a ton of money clearly to be made out of the success, because you can see by the title and the size of the manuscript that it's a big one. You should read it. Don't ignore it. Don't just fluff it off or brush it aside. So for many years, people have been missing out on enjoying all of my work as books or animation or theater on stage, never mind just movies. The thing with You've Got Mail is the original story to You've Got Mail was actually a play. It was a theater production. It wasn't titled You've Got Mail at all. It slipped my mind at the moment. But when I remember it, I'll let you know. And the lady that wrote it into the movie had known about the play and got inspired to write a screenplay. And it became You've Got Mail, which is pretty much what the world has known about the story. But it really wasn't that story that was original. And people just always seem to think that when they watch these big famous movies with big famous actors, like that it's the first draft or the first time or an original product. And quite often the paid professional writers with agents and representatives are not writing original material. They're just rewriting material well enough to get it produced in a format that makes the agent money, the agency money, the producers making it money, and themselves money. And I don't work like that. A lot of gifted and talented writers, real ones, don't do that. We write from our heart because that's who we are. That's what we do. So I did my vocal page where there's hundreds of my material there for people to go and see the scope of how much work I have throughout my life. And there's going to be many things that'll get put together in publication forms as the years go on, so that my lifetime of work will be available for people and shared. But because I'm still doing the starving artist thing and still have to do that day job stuff, I just want to make a video to let people know that this channel is not dead just because I don't post stuff every single day. It's just that I'm out there busy trying to make my dreams come true. So for the next couple of days, I will be busy working. I work for Canucks Autism, plus I have my own private support clients. So I'll be doing a couple of shifts there, and I have other medical issues going on. I might be going for a revision on my gastric bypass procedure because there's some complications. I have some really bad reflux issues and pain when I'm swallowing. It's just not something I'm going to get into the details of. I'm just going to say that it's been ugly. I haven't been able to get my health back. But also what people might be seeing in my films now, the videos and pictures, I used to be quite healthy. I had long, beautiful hair, and I was quite fit, and looked pretty good. I had to cut my hair because after the gastric bypass, my hair started falling out and things started getting thinner, and I got rashes on the back of my neck. And so I've been struggling with health, and you can see it. So hopefully after this next procedure, things will finally smooth themselves out, and I'll start looking good. But today I wanted to share a blessing with people from the Bible. I just wanted to give my good words to people before I go off and get busy for the next couple of days and nobody hears from me while I'm out there trying to make my dreams come true without a bunch of staff yet. Building a production company by yourself is very hard. I need lots of websites. I need lots of people to work for me. So I might do a campaign of some kind looking for my special group of, what do you call it? Disciples, my little God squad of people to work with to sort of get things moving at a faster pace so things can start being produced and made with or without the Hollywood side of this industry. Because honestly, this is Canada, and then there's Europe, which has double the amount of people America does. So there's a lot of availability and opportunity to go ahead and still do what I want to do with my work, in spite of all my years of painful effort of trying to get Hollywood to realize that with the internet around and websites around and all these other people with independent skills, that we don't really need to follow those old standard rules anymore. It's kind of outdated, and they should have changed over and have a complete new Hollywood system. That it will all eventually get done. I'm excited to do the audio clips and recordings of 8 Mile 2. I'm excited to reach Eminem to see how he's going to respond to my true story titled 8 Mile 2. because it's been a long time since the 8 Mile movie was made. And my true story is a pretty hard one. It's pretty exciting material for him to sink his teeth into. So it's going to be nice to focus on something else besides superhero stuff and saving lives and flying around in tights and capes. So that being said, today I'm just going to read to you guys from Deuteronomy, just to give a video and my thoughts of, just blessings and good grace to people. So today's readings, it literally is blessings for obedience. So it's literally just blessings for all of us, for all of you, for all of me, to get us through for today, for Monday. It's in Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28. So it says, if you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. All these blessings will come upon you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. You will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed, and the crops of your land, and the young of your livestock, the calves of your herds, and the lambs of your flocks. Your basket and your kneading trough will be blessed. You will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. The Lord will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you from one direction, but flee from you in seven. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you. The Lord will establish you as his holy people, as he promised you on oath. If you keep the commands of the Lord your God and walk in his ways, then all the peoples on earth will see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they will fear you. The Lord will grant you abundant prosperity in the fruit of your womb, the young of your livestock, and the crops of your ground in the land he swore to your forefathers to give you. Now, I'm going to read the daily devotional from the Bible before I finish closing off. So this is Daily Devotional Bible for Women, book series 2, and they have daily devotionals throughout the whole Bible. So today is Mondays. So I'm going to read Monday's daily devotional. It's written by Deborah Klingsporn. This one's for you, is what it's called. She says, here I sit, a rainy weekday morning. Of course, I'm from Vancouver. I'm saying this from Vancouver, which is Rain City. The dreariness is contagious. I know the rain is good for farmers and plants, but I'm not a farmer, and unlike plants, the rain dampens my spirit, not my roots. How do we muster any enthusiasm on days like today? Days of downcast spirits, a heavy heart, and responsibilities that feel overwhelming. Even the writers of the Old Testament occasionally needed reminders, so after years of oral tradition, they finally wrote the words down that we now find in the Bible. Today I need to hear this Old Testament reminder. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty. As I read these words, I wonder what bounty can be found in rainy days, dreary skies, and melancholy moods. The answer softly comes to me. Reassurance. Reassurance that I'm not in this alone. Just as the fathers of my faith, I'm starting in the right place. I'm coming to a moment of quiet and seeking the presence of God. Only he can bring order to my confusion, encouragement to my work-weary world, and enthusiasm to my dreary heart. So God, this one's for you. This day and all that lays before me, I put in your hands the rain, the fatigue, the responsibilities, the part of me that feels stretched beyond my limits. This day I give to you, knowing your limits are infinite and your love is inexhaustible. And now I'm going to close with the rest of Deuteronomy 28, right? The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. You will lend to many nations, but will borrow from none. The Lord will make you the head, not the tail. If you pay attention to the commands of the Lord your God that I give you this day and carefully follow them, you will always be at the top, never the bottom. Do not turn aside from any of the commands I give you today, to the right or to the left, following other gods and serving them. So just be rest assured, like my story here at the beginning of all of this, that in spite of what Hollywood may do in their silly world about their rules, that I don't have to be in a state of despair. I have other things to do. So keep your eyes out for the finishing touches on my fantastical series. I have a Peter Pan thing going on in the background with Tinkerbell, and she's going home to Tinkertown, and stuff is happening there. It's all new stuff coming up. I even have a sample material in my head for a possible Matrix movie, going back in time. And I have like a Charlie Brown thing with Charlie Brown and the gang where they're all grown up. And I have even a Garfield possibility. So like I have lots of other things to work on that I like to focus, and short stories. I'd like to finish thrillers, suspense stuff around spiders and people dying, of course, because it's spiders, and other things like that. So just keep your eyes focused on what's coming up, and, be excited about the fact that in our lives, God gives us lots of other options and opportunities to succeed in. So where there's one door that may stay closed, there's others that are always open. So have a good Monday. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay dry, because I'm sure Vancouver's not the only place that gets lots of rain. Bye. Yeah. What does it say? The Wicked Witch, you tell a lot of lies. Professional writers are very good at that. Yes, we write a web of material, and then we unveil the web of material. That's why they call it fiction. That's why they call it storytelling. That's why it's called writing. And the really good ones get lots of success out of it and have really good writing careers. So I enjoy what I do very much. As for the Bible, it is the truth, and I can't make you read it and believe it, and I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So bye for now. This Christian is going off to have a wonderful day, to work with some wonderful special needs clients at a job I love. Peace out, everyone. God bless. Amen. Talk to y'all soon. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, when I'm at the library working on the Smallville movie and 8 Mile 2 again. Bye.